guys, it's LR here from l.r.media on Instagram. Well, it's kind of a sad day today because today I'm saying goodbye to a friend. A friend who, I'll just get it out of my bag. Where's he hiding? My friend is this here. It's the Canon 85mm 1.8 EF lens. As you can see it there, I've got a lens hood that goes over the top of it. And yeah, it's a sad day today because I've sold the lens. I've had it on eBay and it's sold today. So I'm heading off soon to pop it in the post. But I just wanted to make a video just talking about why I love this lens so much, why I've held on to it for so long, and why I finally decided to let it go. Guys, I apologise if you can hear the rain. It's a bit of a rainy day here in Brisbane, Queensland, and I'm in my shed, and that amplifies the the rain even more. But bear with me. Okay, so the 85mm 1.8 EF lens. Now this is a old lens. This lens design is about 20 years old, but this lens has some magic to it. Okay, now all my other lenses that I've been using for the past 5 years or so have been Sigma Prime. So I have the 35 Sigma 1.4 Art, the Sigma 50mm 1.4 Art, and then this was my third in my trinity of lenses. Okay, so I really love that classic 35, 50 and 85 for my style of photography, doing portrait photography mainly. And this is of course on a full frame camera. And my plan had always been to upgrade to the Sigma 85mm 1.4 for a couple of reasons, because the lens I know is optically stellar. It's also has the same rendering as the other Sigma lenses. The Sigma lenses have a rendering that's their own, as does this lens. But I just thought it would give me some more consistency, and I could shoot wide open at 1.4. Obviously, if I had this lens on, it changes the aperture slightly. It's not a big deal. But that'd be my plan. But I'd just been happy with this. It was sharp enough. I wouldn't call it the sharpest lens, although it is extremely sharp in the center of the lens. And using Canon's DPP software, using the corrections in that, I found that this lens was acceptable on my Canon EOS R. And I've used it, I've taken some amazing shots with it, wide open. And even though when I zoom in and look at the files, they're quite soft once you go out of that middle section. The corners are very soft, like a bit like the 51.4 EF lens. I've just held on to it. I love it. It's got a very golden sort of a cast to it. I love the way the out of focus bokeh looks. It's got sort of more of an oval look to the bokeh, and that softness of the lens in a way sort of can complement portraiture, as long as you've got the person in the classic sort of portrait pose where their head in the middle ish of the frame. It's good for that. It's good for that. Now, why have I finally decided to sell it? Well, a couple of reasons. One, I've moved over to editing in Lightroom, and I don't have access to those lens corrections that I do in DPP. Now, an alternative to that could be using something like DxO. And I did toy with that idea, but since moving to Lightroom, I'm really trying to stick to one program or two. I don't really consider Photoshop a separate program because of how it seamlessly works within Lightroom. And I know you can access DxO and Topaz through Lightroom or Photoshop, and that works really seamlessly as well. But for myself, I just wanted to go to a workflow where I could just do everything in Lightroom. So since doing that, I've really sort of realized the weaknesses of this lens, especially if you're doing some more sort of creative poses where you're placing the subject maybe at a mid-length shot, and their head might be in the corner of that lens shooting at 1.8. Man, it's soft. It's really soft. And that goes with, it's the strength of the lens. If you're doing a straight on face portrait and you get the center of the face here and you get that beautiful softness, that roll off even at 1.8. But if you're trying to shoot with a flat focal plane and do some more creative posing mid shots, you just can't. You can, but I just can't find that I can do it with this lens with the current sensors that I'm using. I have also got the EOS R7, which I'm shooting on right now, with the Sigma 51.4 art, and on that camera you can really see the softness, because that sensor is incredibly sharp and detailed, and if you've got a soft lens on there, you're really going to pick it up. So as much as I love this lens and I'd love to keep it, I've even toyed with the idea of like buying a 5D Mark III or something like that, just to keep using this lens on, and just have it for that look that it gives. It gives this magical look that some of those old EF lenses like the 51.4 give you, where they have this certain character to them, wide open, sort of dreamy, sort of toy camera lookish sort of a thing, that's hard to get on just regular glass. But I made the decision that if I did upgrade to a different 85mm lens, that I just wasn't going to use this. Actually, to tell the truth, I tell a bit of a lie, because I did buy another 85mm lens, and I didn't want to sell this lens until I was 100% sure that I wouldn't use it anymore in the field. And I'll show you that lens right now. Alright guys, so here it is. This is the Sigma 1.4 art lens, and it is a big daddy. This is my EOS R it's mounted on, and with the adapter, this thing is huge. It's massive, it's heavy, it's way heavier than the EF 1.8, but I finally found a really good deal on the Sigma 1.4 art. I paid $680 Australian for this. That is a smoking deal. They regularly sell secondhand on eBay at $1,000. Maybe you can pick them up on Facebook Marketplace for $900. This is in mint condition. Doesn't have the hood with it, so I have to get a hood for it. But I decided to upgrade to the Sigma 1.4 art lens after my last photo shoot, where I had a lot of problems with my posing and having shots that were very soft, not out of focus, but very soft. And I just made the decision that I was going to be always second guessing using that 85mm 1.8, and would I realistically bring it to a shoot just to do like one shot, so just to do a straight on face portrait straight to the camera. Now I guess it could be good, but I know myself, and I know that I'm trying to bring less gear to shoots, not more gear. And for me, having that consistency of look with the 1.4 85mm art is just worth it. I've tested this lens extensively over the past 3 weeks since I got it, and it is amazing. It's sharp across the frame. It's not overly sharp, so that was one thing I was worried about. Like maybe this would be too sharp on the EOS R7 or on the EOS R, and that's not the case at all. This gives beautiful, dreamy blur where you want it, but it's also sharp where the focus is, even if you're focusing outside of that center of the lens. So if you want really sharp corners, obviously you want to bump it up, but even with this lens I can bump it up to f2, have extremely sharp corners, very little vignette at all, and I'm basically at where I was with the 1.8. I don't have to worry about that corner softness that plagues the Canon EF 1.8 so badly. And so I haven't had a chance to shoot this at a professional shoot yet. I've just been shooting my animals, my kids, just in and around the house. I've tested it on both the EOS R and the R7, and I've gotten spectacular results on both cameras. Sharp all across the frame, that 1.4 when you need it, just a great performing lens. Alright guys, so there you have it. I just wanted to do this video just to say goodbye to this. I didn't want to let this lens go without doing a bit of a talking about why I love it. I've got the lens hood. By the way, these don't come with a lens hood. I bought this off eBay, and it's just a cheap knockoff lens hood, but it works pretty well. It sits on the front there. I love this lens. It's light. It gives us particular look, but for a couple of $100, I upgraded to the Sigma 1.4 and sold this for around $400. So I mean, I'm happy with that, and I will miss this lens. You know, maybe I'll get sentimental about it in the future and buy another one. Who knows? You never know with this stuff, but I doubt it. I'm super happy with the Sigma, and I think it's going to give me far more consistent results time after time than this lens, which sort of sometimes gives you those 1 in a million shots, but has also started letting me down quite a bit. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Hey, have you had this lens? Do you have this lens? If you had it, why did you get rid of it? If you have it, why are you still, you know, what do you love about using it? Are you using it on a crop sensor full frame? Please comment down below. I'd love to get involved in some conversations. I'm trying to grow this channel and just foster a bit of a community here. Okay guys, until the next one, see ya.